Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is a new show alert. I repeat, new show alert. There is a new set of Housewives on the block from Salt Lake City. We're going to get in on the ground floor and see if we like it. Come, my loves, come in. Let's see what they are giving and what's going on. I'll meet you on the other side with my final thoughts.
Pause. So we wait a fucking minute. We like 5 seconds in. Is this gonna be Real Housewives of the Mormon Church? Is that where we're going? Oh my God, I haven't even gotten to like the individual introductions of this is me, and they turn around and do whatever they do for their intro. These bitches is crazy. Oh, I'm in already. Okay, pause. They just did their taglines. They're all kind of corny, except for the black girl. She was like, I may be spiritual, but I will read you like a scripture. Go off, daughter. Shout out to there being an ambiguously not sure if I wasn't sure if she was black or not girl. Shout out to you for being a black girl in a sea of the one speck of pepper and all that white rice. I feel like this is going to be a bunch of foolishness. It's giving me foolishness already. It ain't nothing happened yet. Okay. Pause. Okay, this is Jen. Jen is Hawaiian and Tongan and a little Chinese, so she's mixed. And this is her husband, her black husband. They call him Coach something. I'm just going to call him Coach because I can't remember. They had a whole long name. It's whatever. He's really not. Okay. So she's there with her two sons, and her son is talking about he's in this fancy, sounds like you have to be super smart program. And the daddy is like, you are closer to getting a job. And then he starts chanting, get a job. That sounds like some shit my dad would do. That's why I'm so tickled about it. And baby girl is saying that, she's all these mixtures, but in Utah, she's black. Pause. This bitch done lost her motherfucking mind. Okay, so Jen says that she was raised Mormon. She's been Mormon all her life. And her husband, Coach, she was raised Mormon. Her husband is Muslim. So, they were married for 5 years, and she was like, hey, why don't you convert to be a Mormon? And he was like, why would I do that when the Mormon religion didn't even start accepting black people until 1970, whatever. And so a light bulb clicked on for her. And she was like, how can I be a part of a religion that didn't accept my husband and my children? So I committed to Islam. I converted to being Muslim. And then this heifer said, I can't even say it. I'm so, Asala. I can't. But she said it and then threw bitches at the end like it's a chant. So I had to pause. So we met the other lady. Her name escapes me. Jesus Christ, I'm old. Okay, so she married into this super rich Mormon royalty family, and everything was going great until her husband got divorced 9 years ago. She owns like where you get Botox, a clinic type place where you get like Botox and stuff aesthetically done to your face. She has several daughters, and she says a good Mormon woman doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, none of that stuff. But she says everything that she has an alliance to, black men, gays, drinking, smoking, swearing, sex, she likes all of that shit. So she's struggling. She's struggling. So this is Lisa and her family. That's her husband, John, and she has two sons, Jack and, I don't know, John Jr. I don't know what the other baby's name is. So I kind of like her. She said she wasn't raised religious. She is Jewish by heritage and Mormon by choice. She said her mom always had a strong relationship with the Lord, and she wanted her children to have the same also. So when the Mormon recruiters came knocking on the door, her mom was like, "Oh, you've been who I've been praying for." Blah blah blah. So she met her husband through her sister. They've been married. They own, so she's a luxury marketing company, and she owns several liquor brands. So it's three different tequilas, and they're coming out with a vodka. And she was like, I know the Mormon people care that I own a liquor brand, but I don't. So we just met Miss Whitney, who was, it was at her wedding day, but clearly she's been married to her husband for 10 years. It was actually a vow renewal. And apparently her and her husband were both, when they met and fell in love, they were married to other people at the time. And so they had a big old affair, and I guess they got divorced and they got married. And they were excommunicated from the church because of it. And her great-great-grandfather is like a huge hero in the Mormon religion. So it's a big deal and stuff. And her family, all of the families was like, we don't know what the fuck is going on and what's happening. So they're just now starting to come around and realize that this is not a fluke, a flash in the pan. This is a solid marriage. They're really So apparently, the shade has entered the chat. The blonde lady who owns the Botox place, she went to high school with one of either Lisa or Meredith. I can't remember which one. They look just alike. They talk alike. And they're samesies. So, the lady who's married to the black man, she came over. She's throwing a birthday party for either Lisa or Meredith. I can't remember which one because samesies. So she says, oh, I had lunch with Heather. And she's like, y'all went to school together and da-da-da-da-da. And she was like, and either Lisa or Meredith, I can't remember which one, because samesies. She was like, I don't remember her. Now they say rewind to a day before. So they rewound to the day later when baby girl had lunch with Heather, and Heather was like, "Oh yeah, it's been 20 years of me knowing her, and there's 20 years of history between us." And Lisa or Meredith, I'm not exactly sure which one, cause samesies, is really like, I don't know this bitch. What you mean? Who? Huh? So baby girl who brought it up is like, wow, if that was me and I said I've known you for 20 some odd years and you acting like you don't even know who I am, I would be offended. It's rude. And she is absolutely correct. But baby girl was like, we have two different recollections. She is very Mariah Carey, Keke Palmer, sorry to this man. Hold the fuck on. So you mean to tell me that the one black couple that's on here, the woman married her step granddaddy in an arranged marriage through her grandmama's will? I know you motherfucking lying to me on this good gospel. Daughter. So if that was your step granddaddy, your grandmama had to have been a cougar to have married this very young man who was young enough to marry his grand. Okay, pause. To mention it to anyone. Oh, you wasn't? Okay, so this baby girl, this is the black girl. I can't remember her name right now because it escapes me. So her and Jen used to be good. Until one day at a lunch, she said that Jen smelled like hospital. And I understand what she's saying because that smell, it's a very distinct smell to it. And she says it's a smell that she's triggered by. It throws her into a dark place, that type of thing. And so, she doesn't have any filter. Daughter has no filter. So, and she's like, oh God, you smell like hospital. Even though she knew that baby girl, Jen, was going through a really hard time with her aunt being in the hospital, and they just haven't found out that she had to have both her legs cut off. And so they have fallen out about that and have not get. That sounds dumb. That is a complete lie and a dig. Oh shit. So Jen is talking to Heather about, going to lunch with the Lisa and the Meredith and telling her how the girl said she didn't really know her. And she was like, I can't believe, we've known each other for 20 years and we went to college together and you're acting like you don't know who I am. And she was like, that's a diss. And she did it because she's a bitch. Shit. Okay. I'm trying not to cry my makeup off because I got to do an outro. Okay. So, pause. So, Heather is really offended by the fact that old girl said that while they were in college, Heather was flashing her boobs and people talk about Anna Crowd who? Ooh, look at my titties. And so Heather was like, absolutely not. And for you to say that is offensive. And she said there were no hotivities with her. She was a virgin when she got married to her husband. Once she graduated from college, she followed the honor code like she was supposed to. She's like, I wasn't a good time girl. That's what they're calling that. That's their Mormon version of hoe. She's like, I wasn't a good time girl. There was no hotation, no hotivities with me. In fact, that was my wish. One wish is if I go back to school, I would go to a real college, join a real sorority, so I could have hotivities and be a good time girl. Okay, pause. This is just a short sidebar because we were at the birthday party. Jen's friend Sarah came in and she was like, happy birthday to wait. And they had to explain to her, even though she's throwing the party at her house, it's not her birthday. She's like, wait, but I thought it was your birthday. No, babe. I don't know why that tickled me so bad, but it did. Okay. It should be about the... Can we talk about the size of baby girl's ego, who is throwing the party? So the birthday girl got there. She came in, hugged anybody. She's in this huge pink dress with big pink sleeves, so everybody knows it's about her. The owner of the house who's throwing the party is like 40 minutes into the party. She still hasn't shown up. She makes this big old entrance. It sounded like the DJ introduced her. And she's in this tight pink sparkly dress. Clearly, this is about her and not the actual birthday girl. Because what the hell? This broad, too much work. This broad literally flew in dancers from Tonga to do this whole spectacular dance routine. And the producers correctly asked her, what does that have, those Tongan dancers have to do with Meredith? And she thought about it for about 10 seconds. She says it has absolutely nothing to do with Meredith. It has to do with me because that's what I wanted. You should have just threw a party. Why would you say that you're throwing this girl a birthday party if none of it has to do with the actual birthday girl? Okay, pause. So Jen and Mary just got back into it about this. You smell like hospital. It smells like hospital in here. Let me go back. So Jen's aunt, she was in the hospital with her aunt who got her legs amputated, and she had come to some type of lunch or dinner or whatever. And so Mary, who has a sensitive nose or whatever, and is very is triggered by her sensitivity to the smell, that hospital smell. She said it smells like hospital in here, is what she said. Not accusatory, not like ill. She just said it smells like hospital in here. And so I don't know what else was said, but now Jen is upset and crying because she was like, well, I was just at the hospital, so it's me that smells like, I don't know. Okay, that was the end of the episode. Let's go to my final thought. This argument it doesn't make any sense to me. Jen is attaching the hurt of her aunt and her situation to this particular argument, and she's getting upset. This is misplaced anger. This is what this sounds like to me. It smells like hospital in here is not an insult to end a years-long friendship with someone for making a statement about a smell. It's just not. Now, Mary did get spicy with the best friend who ran to, because Jen didn't hear the original comment. If her friend didn't run to tell her that that's what Mary said, then she never would have known. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, so to my final thoughts on this first episode of Salt Lake City, I feel like they have a lot of drama. I feel like these are women who've known each other for a long time. So I feel like it won't be a lot of manufactured, even though that it smells like hospital in here situation just really seems overblown and misconstrued. But all in all, I enjoyed it, and I can't wait for the next episode. So with that, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me who's your favorite Salt Lake City housewife so far. Tell a friend to tell a kin, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.